Competitors in China are going belly up. In just one day, 80 4S auto stores went belly up, exactly vanished, absolutely vanished. Before the sun rose up, all the cars in the showroom confiscated by the bank. When the customers woke up the next morning, the store is gone. They paid money for the car and the car is gone, but they still gotta pay back the bank. What the hell is going on? So this happened actually here in China, January 17th in Dongguan. Yong'o, that's the name of the big company that owns over 80 4S auto stores, including brands like Audi, Ito, Lotus, etc. So the boss actually fled China and went to Canada. But before everything happened, he took on massive amounts of debt from the bank. He stopped paying employee salaries by 3 to 4 months, promising that, we'll pay it very soon, ran promotions and discounts to get people to buy cars, and took the money and fled. Now, you know about rotten end homes, right? Like here in China, you buy the home before it's built, which is the most common way it's bought. The developer uses the money for outside investment, but then all of a sudden they run out of money and they can't finish building the project. But you already signed the contract with the bank. You still have to pay your monthly mortgage payments to the bank, but there's nothing. There's no home. It's just empty field. Sometimes, if it's better, you might have a concrete structure. That's called a rotten end home. Now, for the first time ever here in China, we're getting rotten end cars. You pay for the car, you finance it. The bank says, okay, on paper, you got the car, but in reality, you ain't got the car, but you still have to pay back the car payments. This massive dealership company took out so much debt. Of course, the bank doesn't give a damn about the civilians. They're owed money. They have the right to confiscate every single vehicle that's on the parking lot or inside the showroom. And obviously, the bank isn't going to give a damn about the civilians. So this is a huge, massive blow. We also got some stuff about Xpeng and more HiPhi stuff. But first of all, why is this happening? Well, over the past 3 years, over 5,000 4S auto stores have gone belly up. Why? Because, well, the price war is just so damn intense. The cars are selling really well, but it's all because everybody's cutting prices. There's no profit. And then 4S auto stores, they depend on service for profit, maintenance and repairs and everything. But then lots of other cars, they go outside for third-party repairs or maintenance, which is much cheaper, or straight up, they go to the automaker's own repair shop. Sort of like how with NIOs, you always go to NIO service stores for repairs. That just means 4S auto stores are on the brink, all right? They're on the brink. Now, let's talk about Xpeng, all right? I really like Xpeng's cars, but apparently here in China, some models have been rejected for insurance. Basically, if you're an Xpeng owner and then you want to apply for insurance, the insurance company outright rejects you. And the reasoning behind that is because the models get changed so often that repair costs are very uncertain, and then it's hugely unprofitable for the insurance company. So instead of insurance company charging a higher price, which is what they should be doing, they just outright say, we're not gonna give you insurance. So obviously this is a very bad situation. This happened with Weltmeister. Now obviously Xpeng, they're gonna come out with a solution for this. I'm sure about that. But to be honest, it's not a very good look when this happens, all right? Now it doesn't mean the company's in any sort of trouble or anything. It's just they're refreshing models very fast, all right? Look at NIO's pace of refreshing models. They launched the cars summer of last year, and then by March of this year, they got to do a refresh. Yeah, that's how insane and competitive this whole entire auto market is. Now, we're going to talk about HiPhi. What's going on with HiPhi? So the company rejected stuff with all these rumors saying that HiPhi is going to go belly up. But apparently, if you go to the HiPhi headquarters, there's a lot of suppliers that are owed money and that are there trying to ask for money, trying to get their money. All right, we did the job for you, but you ain't paying us. There's also allegedly, there's also people saying that salaries have been postponed or delayed, and this can all be a result of low sales. All right, super low sales. I mean, the biggest problem they used to have was the price of the car was too expensive. Right, HiPhi X 800K RMB, very expensive car. They came out with the HiPhi Y, made it much cheaper, much more accessible. Actually, quite a decent car, not to be honest. All right, quite a decent car. But in December, they only sold 400 of that. Throughout the whole entire year, all the deliveries combined, all right, for everything, every single model for HiPhi, throughout the whole entire year of 2023, they only sold 8,000 vehicles, which isn't very good. Right, they have a mass market ES6 competitor, right? Same price as the ES6. Deliveries aren't there. Deliveries just aren't there. So guys, we are seeing more and more, whether it's traditional automakers or these newer guys being squeezed out of the market. It is a period of survival of the fittest. It is very, very brutal. Innovate or be left behind and die. This whole entire rotten end car thing, even though this is the first time this has happened on a big scale, it ain't gonna be the last. There's gonna be a lot more of this happening. And China has like what, 160 plus automakers. That's gonna come down. That's gotta come down. There's definitely gonna be people being wiped out. The next 2 years are going to be very, very brutal. Survival of the fittest. The previous few years, you had the government subsidy and tax incentives to support everything. Now, everybody's on their own. They got to fight to the death. And there will be lots of competitors that go belly up. But this is a good thing. This is a good thing. You need this type of cleansing, all right? Take a good look at the top sellers list, the companies. This is for the month of December. All these guys are doing fairly well, okay? So the top 50 guys all doing fairly well, but then if you look at the very bottom in terms of deliveries, when they can only deliver less than 1,000 per month, then they are not looking too pretty, to be honest. So these guys, I mean, some of them I'm quite surprised that they've lasted this long, to be honest, all right? But you scroll down the list and you see these guys, they're struggling, they're chugging along, they're still there, all right? But then you go down below 1,000, these guys, they're having a tough time. And even below 500, 200, 30 vehicles. And I can guarantee you, NIO is going to make it through all this, all right? NIO is going to make it through all this. They've been preparing for this for the past like 1.5 years. They have essentially canceled all projects that will not contribute positively to the balance sheet. So it is a tough period, but make no mistake, NIO is going to make it, all right? As always, stay safe, stay healthy, peace out.